Man, Dak Prescott, he just showed that, not compared to your quarterback, but just the league in general, that there's levels to being a top tier QB. The way Dak was operating that offense, navigating the pocket, pre-snap, all of the things you expect an elite QB to do, he was doing them. It was on full display all night. Micah Parsons he was so close, but yet so far on a lot of plays because Dak just step up, he get the ball out quickly. Like, this is elite level QB play, and it's a daggone shame that the defense can't even play average football so we can benefit from it. But I'll get to the defense in a little bit. This this offense goes where Dak goes, and Dak is playing at a super elite level of QB. He's easily been a top 5 QB this season. Now, the offense, it was humming. Mind you, the Packers defense was heralded as top 5 the first 3 weeks of the season. We saw what they did to the Detroit offense, who put up about 50 points on the Ravens. We saw what they did to the Commanders, who was just in the NFC Championship game. And we saw they only held the measly Browns to 13 points?
Yeah, and you got to remember some of that. The reason why they were able to score some of those points was, I think it may have been because of the special teams.
Exactly.
It was something. It wasn't even because of the defense. Defense only gave up 7 points, really.
Exactly. So the way to go in there in a game where people counted you out, they expected it to be a blowout, lose by multiple scores type ordeal, and you put up 40 on that defense. That shows you how efficient this offense is. So then I got to give a salute to Brian Schottenheimer. I got to give a salute to Clayton Adams, because those two have done what Mike McCarthy wasn't able to do in recent years, and it is put up and look good offensively against one of the top defenses in the league. Every time we play a top defense, Mike McCarthy, it would take forever to figure stuff out. It'd be too little too late. We was out the gate. We're not out the gate, but we didn't look like we didn't know what we were doing. We looked crazy. We looked a little crazy that one drive where he ran 3 plays in a row, first drive of the game. But after that, the offense was humming. And you know what I really attribute is that we finally have a respectable run game. Javonte Williams is reviving his career in Dallas, being able to get 4-point-something yards a pop. In this offensive line, dealing with injury, by the way, we're down 2 starters on the offensive line. And we're still running the ball effectively. Pass blocking needs to work, especially on the tackles. But Nate Thomas was able to step in and put up some good film. And we're still humming. George Pickens stepped into that wide receiver 1 role rather nicely, if you ask me. That offense still was efficient without CeeDee Lamb, and that's something that I don't think the previous regime was able to do. We're getting Turpin involved. Jalen Tolbert is making timely plays. This is exactly what I wanted to see from Brian Schottenheimer when he took over as the head coach as well as the offensive play caller. Unfortunately, we couldn't win the game. We probably should have won the game if we had a solid defense, even a decent defense. But that is just the nature of this team. From number 1 offense in passing yards, 32. Well, not passing, total yards per game, 32 in defensive yards allowed per game. Absolutely unacceptable. And as for the last good thing about the offense, this is encouraging, because usually when you have a new head coach, well, not new, he is the new head coach. He's been in the system for a minute, but this wasn't his offense that he was running. Like last year, Mike McCarthy was running the offense than previous years. Brian Schottenheimer probably gave his input in every now and then, and they didn't really see eye to eye offensively. But the way that Schottenheimer has curated this offense to work off of Dak's strengths, we're pushing the ball down. We're trying to push the ball down the field. We're doing a lot of crossing routes, a lot of intermediate game. We're not just running up the field and turning around like last year. This is exactly what I wanted to see when Brian Schottenheimer talked about those interviews and how he wanted to do this with the offense. He wanted to utilize motion. He wants to do all of these cool things. And I was like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. But the fact that it's showing dividends this early in the season, where usually it takes teams quite a bit to get in midseason form. Like a lot of teams don't get in midseason form until about week 7, 8. And we're putting up 40 points against top defenses in week 4. Hey man, that's encouraging. It's encouraging.